There's 10 things I would not do to get rich or to get more money, and you shouldn't do these things either. Number one, kill somebody. You're probably thinking that's far out there. No, it isn't, because I personally know of two situations in which someone killed somebody because they wanted their money, and the people who were killed didn't owe these people anything. The people who did the killing just wanted what they had. And even if they had have owed them anything, they still shouldn't have killed them over it. And like I said, these are situations that I personally know, not just something that I heard about on the news. Number two, complain. Sometimes if you complain to a restaurant, they will give you your meal for free. And when I worked in medical customer service, it was ridiculous. All the people who complained trying to get their bill written off. And some of them were so bold to admit that's what they were doing. If one complaint didn't work, they'd go find something else to complain about. Number three is cheat. Now, I don't own my own business, but if I did, I would be fair and honest. I have been cheated by business owners, especially auto mechanics. I currently have a good, honest auto mechanic, and I thank God for them, literally. But it hadn't always been that way. I have been cheated big time. Number four, borrow and never pay back. I have never borrowed because I've got too much pride to do that. Plus, I can manage my money, so I don't need to do that anyway. But I have had lots of people borrow from me, and the majority of the people do not pay back. I've gotten back less than 1%, and that was only because of a lot of begging and pleading and bargaining. But I realize now that when they borrow, it is with the intent not to pay back, because that would be defeating the purpose of borrowing if they had to pay it back. So now I get it. After all these many years, I finally get it now. Do not loan money to anybody because you're probably not going to get it back. Number five, flat out stealing. Number six, lie on someone or backstab so that you can get that promotion instead of them. Number seven, not pay bills. Now, I know you have to pay your electricity bill or they'll cut off your electricity. You have to pay your car payment or they'll repossess your car. You have to pay your rent or they'll kick you out of your apartment. But bills like medical bills, there's nothing to repossess and there's nothing they can do about it. When I worked in medical customer service, it was really sad, the people who did not pay their medical bills just because they didn't have to. I mean, they were supposed to, but they didn't. Number eight, take condiments or napkins. Now, if I accidentally take an extra condiment or accidentally get an extra napkin, that's okay, but I'm not gonna get a whole handful of condiments or a whole handful of napkins. That's just stealing. Number nine, cash someone else's check. Back when my kids were little, I accidentally overpaid a doctor bill for one of my daughters, and we were in the process of moving, so they sent the refund check to my old apartment, and the new person living there took that check to the bank, signed my daughter's name, and cashed it. I could not believe that. So it took some research, but we finally figured it out, and the bank did give me my money back. Now, I don't know if that girl went to jail or what the consequences was for her, but I couldn't believe somebody had the audacity to do that. And number 10, I would not tell someone the tithe lie. Now, I'm not a pastor, but if I were a pastor, I would not tell anybody about the tithe lie, but there's lots of pastors that do. They will manipulate you. They will say and do anything it takes to get you to pay tithes and give in the offering. Some of them are so money hungry. Some of them are so bold to admit that that's their goal, is to become a millionaire, and they don't work a job. They just are getting it off of the ministry. And they will manipulate you. They will say, you don't know what you're missing out, what blessings you're missing out on by not paying tithes. And that's not true. The tithe lie is hogwash. I am living proof of that, because I would be a millionaire by now if it were true, the way I paid tithes and gave in the offering. They will even go so far as saying that you can't participate in certain activities and certain things if you don't pay tithes and give in the offering. I've seen some preachers that were really ridiculous that will lie and manipulate people to pay tithes and give in the offering. So that's all, and I'll see you next time.